Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to create a makeup look using some of my current favorite makeup products. I have the new Dior Eyeshadow Palette from the Holiday makeup collection, and this is definitely has become my favorite. So this is the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today, House of Dreams. I'm also going to use some other products. Some of them are favorites, some of them are included in the Sephora Holiday Savings event, so you're going to be able to see how they look on my face. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here, a very special welcome. I love talking about luxury beauty, and I would love to have you as part of this amazing beauty family that we have here. So please be sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Also turn the notification bell on. So I'm going to start using my favorite foundation, which I recommended for the Sephora Holiday Savings event, and this is the Givenchy Prism Libre foundation. Before that, right now on my skin, I have my skincare, and I have also this is one of the lip colors that I recommended for the Sephora Holiday Savings event, and this is the Guerlain Shine Bloom Kiss Kiss, and this is basically like a lip balm. So I just wanted to show you how it looks on my lips. I always wear this at home, so let me go ahead and give you a close-up. It just gives a hint of color. And I'm using my favorite Buff and Blur brush by Chantecaille. I really love this brush. It's such a gorgeous multitasker. It works for foundations, for powders. It is just a brilliant brush to have. The Shivanshi Foundation, I wear it in the shade N120. I'm going to have it also in the description box. When I first purchased this foundation, I thought it was going to be too dark, but this was the palest shade that they had when I was purchasing the foundation. But it turns out that it doesn't oxidize at all. Now this foundation does contain coconut, some coconut oil, so it can be problematic for some people. I usually react very badly to coconut oil because I have combination skin. Coconut oil is usually good for dry skin, but not good for combination skin, oily skin, or acne prone skin, which is my skin type. But this one, it just doesn't have any bad effect on my skin, so it works really nice on my skin. I don't break out, and at first I was very afraid that I was going to break out from this foundation, and I was using it kind of very carefully and observing my skin to see whether I'm going to break out or not, but I don't break out. But just to keep that in mind if you're very sensitive or if your skin reacts to coconut. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. This is the Magic. It was something magical. So I wear it in #1 fair, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury. It doesn't say anything, but I think it was like the magic concealer. I'm going to write that in the description box. It just says 1 fair pale, and it looks quite peachy, but it's good for concealing under eye darkness. And I usually forget concealer because if I sleep well, I don't really need concealing if I sleep well and if I'm not on camera. So camera is usually not very forgiving, especially the HD cameras. They are not forgiving. But I'm just going to melt this into my skin under my eyes. So I'm just using a little bit of concealer, of the Chanel concealer, on my eyelid because I like to use it instead of primer, just to even out my skin tone. And I use a very small amount of concealer. Moving on to powder, and for powder I'm going to be using the Chantecaille Perfect Blur powder in light to medium, because I promised that I'm going to be using this powder for a while, just to update you how it goes. And I'm going to be using it with the sponge because I have normal to combination skin. And when I apply powders with sponge, they usually are going to conceal my pores a little bit better. So I want to give you a really good review of this powder and update you how it goes. So far, I definitely prefer my Givenchy loose powder and Sisley loose powder, because as I mentioned, this powder is going to be gorgeous for someone who has dry skin, but for me, I have normal to combination skin, and at first when I apply it, it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely gorgeous, but then it doesn't keep my face matte for a long time. So at first, in the beginning when I apply it, it looks nice, but then after a while, it cannot keep my face matte and poreless and beautiful, and it only lasts me for a couple of hours before I It's just not as flawless as my Givenchy or Sisley powder or Chanel loose powder. It just depends all on your skin type. Now moving on to some blush. This is my favorite part where I'm going to add some color, and I'm using my favorite blush currently, and this is Brazen Rose by Tom Ford. I recommended this blush in my Sephora savings event recommendations. I think it's an excellent opportunity to try these blushes, especially if you're pale like me. I think that these blushes work beautifully. I'm not sure how they work on tan skin tone because I've seen negative reviews on tan skin tone, but on me, this blush, Brazen Rose, it looks absolutely stunning. And I just need a little bit. And now moving on to eyes. I'm probably going to add a little bit more blush after that, after I finish my eyes. But for now, I think it's enough because these blushes tend to oxidize just a little bit. So it's going to become a little bit darker in approximately 20 minutes, or that's how it works on me. So I'm going to be using the new Dior palette, and this is House of Dreams. This is 739, and I'm going to start with this color here, the pale taupey color. So I'm going to be using the Angie Hot and Flashy brush set, and the brush that I'm using is A501 because this one is big enough to very quickly apply the color all over my eyelid, and this is exactly what I want now. I really like this color all over my eyelid. I'm quite happy with this palette, and it's one of the eyeshadow palettes that I would absolutely 100% recommend. Okay, so I still haven't done my brows, but you can see the color. I'm going to leave the brows for the last. I'm just going to be brushing them from time to time now. You can see this color. It is very pale, but I absolutely love it. I think it's suitable for all seasons. It's just a very beautiful color that I really enjoy. And then I'm going to be using this darker taupey shade, and I'm going to apply this with a brush on the outer part of my crease. I love this look, and it's almost like my signature look for the season. I really love using this palette. I have been enjoying it a lot. It's just, the colors are very subtle, but exactly what I want and what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to be applying this color right here on the outer part of my crease, working the color. And the colors blend very easily. I don't have any problems blending the colors. It's just one of the most beautiful palettes that I have, I think. And I truly enjoy using it. I'm going to blend after that. But now with the same brush, I'm going to get the dark brown color because I just want the colors to blend in together. And I'm going to apply this right on the outer part of my crease. Close to the lash line, just intensifying the look a little bit. And I love this palette because I can very quickly create a whole makeup look without spending too much time thinking or blending. Like, I don't like to think when I apply my makeup. I just want everything to become and to be very effortless, very easy, quick, effortless. That's the kind of makeup that I like. Now you can probably see that I need some blending, and I'm going to be using my favorite brush, and this is from Chanel, the Shader Blender. I'm going to link this brush. They changed its name, but it's the same brush. So I'm taking the big fluffy side of the brush and blending everything. Now here, depending on your skin tone, you can always go back and blend a little bit more or apply a little bit more color. It all depends on how the look is going to, how the colors are going to work with your skin tone. I think I'm going to apply just a little bit more from the dark brown just to get the desired color. And then I'm going to apply these two shades on my lower lash line, the outer part of my lower lash line, to make the look a little bit more complete. So I'm taking this color and applying this on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to apply also the dark brown on my lower lash line. And here, if you have sensitive eyes, be very careful because I don't want to get any of the eyeshadow into my eyes because I know that they're going to get very irritated. So here I'm very precise and careful. And now I'm going to line my upper lash line with one of my favorite for the season Chanel eyeliners, and in general one of my favorite Chanel eyeliners, and this is number 36 Prune Intense. I'm going to show you a swatch right here. So this is the swatch. It's not black, but I like it that it's dark enough and it's good for the season, and I like to use it with this eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to apply the eyeliner very close to my lash line just to add some depth. And I'm not going to line my whole upper lash line, but I'm just going to start somewhere in the middle and drag it upwards. And slowly make the line thinner in the inner corner of my eye, and a little bit thicker in the outer corner of my eye. So here, just shape your eye the way you like. There are no rules really, so you have to do this depending on your eye shape and depending on the effect that you want. You can even make flick eyeliner, which is going to be amazing, and it's going to be a little bit more dramatic, but I like to keep it more natural. So that's why I'm going to be massaging the eyeliner right into the roots of my lashes. Okay, and I just curled my eyelashes and applied mascara off camera. I do that off camera because it takes me a long time to curl my eyelashes because I have very, very straight eyelashes. And I'm going to be using one of my favorite highlighters, and this is the new Hermes highlighter. I have a full review in case you're interested. I think this is one of my favorite highlighters, and I usually don't go for a kind of gold highlighters, but this one is just so pretty. You can probably see now when I apply it. It works very nice on my skin tone, and I believe that it's going to work really beautiful on any skin tone just because this color is so universally flattering. Probably it's not going to look good if you are paler than me and you have cool skin tone. Probably that's when it's not going to look as good, but I just love how it melts into my skin. It's such a beautiful product. And then for lips, I'm going to remove the Guerlain lip balm so that it doesn't stain my lips. I want to be using one of my favorite Dior lip colors, and this is 434. I want to show you guys. It's a classic nude color that I think is going to suit all skin tones. So you're going to see on me, it looks quite dark. It looks like a statement nude color, but if you're darker than me, it's going to be like a more beautiful nude color. And this is how the color looks on me. Now, in the beginning of this video, I told you that I'm gonna finish off my blush at the end of this video, because you can probably see now that once I applied the lipstick, if the lipstick is a little bit darker, this means that you're going to need more blush. So you can really know how much blush you need after you apply the lip color that you're wearing. Because if I had chosen a lip color that was more pale and was going to look more nude on me, I was not going to need additional blush. But you can probably see now that I need a little bit more blush and it's going to look more beautiful. So I'm going to add a little bit more blush. Before that, I just wanted to compare these two colors, because the color that I used right now is 434 from Dior, and then this one is similar to one of the limited edition holiday colors. They have the same vibe, but then the holiday color is a little bit darker. So let's see if the camera can focus now. You can see that they kind of have the same vibe, but I just wanted to compare them because somehow they give me the same full vibe, the two colors. But I just wanted to show you what is the difference. So I'm going to swatch them now. Just so that you can decide, in case you're wondering which color you would like to pick. Then the holiday color is definitely darker. So the holiday color is 076. I'm going to write everything in the description box. So don't worry about that. Just check out the description box. So this is the holiday color, and this is 434 from the permanent collection, from the permanent line. You can see that this one is a little bit deeper. You've seen me wearing this in a couple of my videos, a couple of my previous videos. I really like the design of the holiday lipstick, but I just wanted to show you a comparison swatch. Now let's go ahead and add a little bit more blush, and you can probably see now something that something about the Chantecaille powder that I wanted to share with you. So you can probably see that since I have normal to combination skin, my skin already starts to be quite glowy, and it's been 30 minutes since I applied the powder because I paused the video for a while. I had a sip of coffee, and it's been 30 minutes, so you can probably see that this powder on me, it starts to look shiny. So this is why it's not my favorite choice, but if you have dry skin, it's going to be outstanding for you. So for every powder, I believe that and for every makeup products cannot work on everyone. They're not makeup products that are universally beautiful on everyone. There's always going to be someone for who even the most beautiful makeup product is not going to work. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more blush, just additional, to bring more color to my face. So I think this is going to be the finished look, and this is one of my favorite signature late fall makeup looks. I really enjoy the products that I used, apart from the Chantecaille powder, which the only reason why I don't really love it for myself personally is because of my skin type. I just need something that is going to be a little bit more mattifying. But if you have dry skin, I just couldn't recommend this powder enough. So it all depends on your skin type. I'm going to have alternatives in the description box. So I have one last touch, and this is my fragrance. My fragrance of the day is Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. I really enjoy this fragrance, and I would highly encourage you to take advantage of the Sephora Holiday Savings event to get your hands on this fragrance if you haven't tried it. I think it's one of the most beautiful Tom Ford fragrances, and it's my personal favorite Tom Ford fragrance. I think it's perfect for the season because it has that cherry vibe. So check out my Sephora recommendations video if you want to see a quick review of this fragrance and why I love it so much. So I just wanted to share with you my fragrance of the day because I think that it fits quite nice with my mood today and also with the makeup look that I created. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me for this video. I always appreciate your time when you choose to watch my videos, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.